I'm trying food from the coolest theme parks on Earth. From alien worlds to fantasy lands and video games, these foods and restaurants are designed to look amazing. But the real question is, do they taste amazing? So to find out, I'll be trying a ton of different foods and putting them all on the theme park food master list.
Like the Shrexel, which is literally a pretzel that is shaped like Shrek. It also comes with a bright green cheese, which honestly looks kind of crazy. And I'm in Shrek Swamp right now. So let's go see what Donkey and Shrek think.
That's the Shrexel.
You ever had the Shrexel before?
Yeah, I've had the Shrexel.
You like them?
Oh, I love them. Are you kidding?
Let's see how they taste. That is actually a solid pretzel. I'm gonna give it B tier.
B tier? What? What are you talking about B tier? That is a solid A tier.
Maybe we should get out of here.
All right, get out of here. Dressing up like a stockbroker, calling my pretzels a B tier pretzel. That's messed up. I'm sorry, sure. I know. Okay, you're right.
Now, all of the different theme parks and foods that I'm trying in this video are all leading up to a brand new $7 billion theme park called Epic Universe, with foods that most people haven't even seen before because the place just opened. But first, let's stop at a more familiar place.
Magic Kingdom.
Probably one of the most iconic theme parks in the world. They also have some iconic food.
And what better way to start off with the Aurora Cone, which is literally named after Sleeping Beauty herself. It is also 100 degrees outside, so it may or may not be slightly melted, but let's try it. It's got like these crispy bits on the outside, which taste great. Also, it kind of has like a cotton candy flavor, which I actually really like. That is an A tier, and I'm definitely finishing this.
And obviously, you can't go to Disney without getting the classic turkey leg.
It is so dry. I'm not even sure I can swallow this. This is supposed to be the skin and I can't even bend it. I mean, the flavor's pretty good, but it is almost inedibly dry. And for over $15, that's a D tier.
Which reminds me, only one of the foods that I'm trying in this video are gonna be crowned the king of theme park foods. But let's just hope this next place is a little better than that turkey leg. Welcome to Pandora.
This place is insane. They have waterfalls everywhere. I feel like I'm just as big. I could definitely take that in a fight. This entire park is dedicated to Avatar, a movie series that's made the most amount of money of all time. I'm hoping that doesn't mean the food's gonna be insanely expensive.
So we took a walk over to the Satuli Canteen, which is a restaurant in Avatar Land, and besides just looking cool, they had some very interesting food options.
We got the Night Blossom Banshee, the cheeseburger steam pods, and finally, whatever this thing is. I kind of forgot the name, but I'll put it up on screen. First up, the Night Blossom Banshee. Kind of seems like a slush with some sort of gelatinous balls on top of it. Wow. Kind of tastes like a frozen raspberry lemonade. And it has little balls that literally pop in your mouth. Considering it looks good and tastes great, I'm gonna give that A tier. But I am very excited for these things. Definitely got an interesting look. Considering the name Cheeseburger Steam Pod, I thought it was gonna be a little cheesier on the inside. But it kind of just looks like ground beef. Let's give it a taste. I don't know how they did this, but it kind of tastes like if you ground up a Big Mac and put it inside of a doughy bun. I will say the meat to bun ratio is kind of off for me. I would definitely prefer a little bit more ground beef, but I will say the taste is actually pretty good. Cheeseburger steam buns, B tier. And last but not least, this thing just looks insane. Apparently it's some sort of mousse. I will say it seems like theme parks definitely know how to make their food look really good. Okay, that one definitely looks a lot better than it tastes. I kind of had high expectations, but it's pretty decent at best. In my opinion, it doesn't really have the best texture, and the filling on the inside isn't really the best. I was gonna give it a D tier, but I think just because it looks really cool, I'll give it a C for effort. I'm gonna take this one with me, though.
Now we're leaving one alien world to go to a different alien galaxy, I guess? Home to some of the weirdest food ever seen in movies, we're in Star Wars.
Approach now.
You know where I could get some good food around here?
That is not your concern.
Okay. Aye. Could I get blue and green milk? Even the water is Star Wars themed. Thank you. And now we got blue and green milk. Definitely a very strange thing to be drinking. But obviously, it's a competition, so we're gonna see which one's better. Honestly, neither of these taste anything like I expected. This one's kind of like a tropical icy slush. And I don't even know what this one is, but it's actually really good. The blue one definitely wins, but I'm gonna put both in C tier. On a scale of 1 to I'm literally a Jedi right now, that was probably like a 3. But apparently there's a secret club where we can get even cooler foods.
That's right, Oga's Cantina. Arguably the most iconic place in Star Wars. And right when I walked in, I felt like I was transported into an alien club. There was a robot DJ, insane looking drink machines, and a menu that made me question if I was ordering a drink or summoning a space demon. Either way, I chose a few of the coolest looking things, and now let's try them.
First up, the Carbon Freeze, which is probably the coolest drink I think I've ever seen in my life. Wow. It's kind of like a fizzy apple juice with these like green pearls that pop in your mouth when you eat them. Honestly, it tastes great and it looks insanely cool. That's S tier. Now we got the Fuzzy Tauntaun, which apparently numbs your mouth when you drink it. It uses a special flower that they extract to create this foam at the top that apparently gives that numbing effect. I'm slightly nervous to try this. Oh, I'm feeling it. The foam is extremely sour. It's kind of almost like a tingling sensation in my mouth. It feels very weird, I'm not gonna lie. Very cool concept, but the taste is pretty decent. That's a C tier. And last but not least, the Oga's Obsession. This one's named after the crime boss, Oga Gara, which is also what this entire restaurant is named after. That definitely looks pretty interesting. Let's see how it tastes. Definitely not. I don't know who would be obsessed with this one. D tier.
After drinking some weird space juice and jello, we explored some of the crazy Star Wars attractions and basically simulated fighting a space war. Anyways, enough saving the world, and now it's time to explore one of my favorite movie series as a child.
Howdy, partner.
Where everything was basically themed to look like toys, but I came here for one reason. Roundup Rodeo. Apparently one of the best barbecue restaurants in any theme park.
Oh my God, it's Woody. Excuse me, I have a question. Yo. Is Woody actually in here?
Unfortunately not.
Came just for Woody.
Anyways, right when I walked into this place, I was blown away. I mean, this might actually be one of the coolest interiors of a restaurant that I've ever seen. It kind of made me feel like I was a life-size toy walking around. But I got seated and they immediately started bringing food.
Started us off with some nice watermelon and salad. So far, so good. That is actually insanely good watermelon.
But after that little snack, I was waiting for my food to arrive, and right when it got there, something interesting happened.
Where is it? I left it around here somewhere. Mom!
So apparently at random times, Andy could just come through and all of the waiters actually have to freeze. That's kind of funny, but wow. Look at this food. This looks amazing. I actually did not expect this. Honestly, this is an insanely good looking piece of corn. Oh my God. Wow. It kind of has a lemony flavor and the corn itself is nice and juicy and sweet. I would definitely recommend this. A tier. Now we got the tater tots. Crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. Great tater tot, but also it's a tater tot. B tier. And now we got the Slinky Dog mac and cheese, which obviously, I think you see why it's called Slinky Dog mac and cheese. This is not very good mac and cheese. Honestly, it's just very bland and kind of lacks any flavor. And it especially lacks a cheese flavor, which is exactly what you want from the mac and cheese. Hate to be harsh, but D tier. Now, last but not least, the meat. Now this looks insane. Looks like we got ribs. We got chicken, we got brisket, we got sausage, we got beans. In all seriousness though, this does look like really well-cooked meat. I'm gonna give the entire meat platter a rating of its own, but let's see how it tastes. Start with the ribs. Considering my stomach is literally filled with sugar and alien species, this might be the best thing I tasted all day. Tender, juicy, flavorful. Now we got the sausage. Okay. I mean, that is a solid sauce. It's just super flavorful, has a great smoky taste, and it is seasoned great. Brisket. Who doesn't like a brisket? Okay, okay. It's solid. I mean, definitely not the best brisket I've ever had. It's a little dry, but it is solid. And last but not least, the chicken. Okay, the chicken, probably my least favorite. If I'm being honest, these ribs carried this entire thing because these are phenomenal. So I'll have to be fair,
I gotta put this in A tier.
well, excuse me while I literally finish this entire plate.
And for this next place, I probably wasn't supposed to watch it as a kid, but let's just say I didn't change the channel when it came on. The Simpsons. Listen, I make food videos, alright? I'm not a harmonizer. But you cannot go to Springfield without first trying a donut. Specifically one that's big and pink.
Can I get the big pink? This is probably the biggest donut I think I've ever seen in my entire life, but I will say, it does look really good. That is a lot drier than I expected it to be. I will say the frosting on top tastes good, but the donut is actually very dry and doesn't really have the best flavor.
Funny enough, some subscribers were actually watching me try this donut, so I decided to let them help me rate it.
S tier to D tier, what do you think?
Yeah, that was bad. I'm not gonna lie. Nah, easily D.
D? I guess by popular demand, the big pink donut is going into D tier.
But to wash it down, I took a stop at Moe's, one of the most iconic bars in all of Simpsons. It was actually really weird being here in person because it literally felt exactly like the cartoon.
Seeing this bar in real life is actually kind of crazy. But wait till you see this drink that we're gonna get. Can I get one flaming Moe, please? Awesome.
Now this drink looked so cool while they were making it. They basically had this cup that was filled with dry ice on the bottom, so right when they poured the soda on top, it just started bubbling and foaming like crazy.
All right, we got the flaming Moe. Kind of smells like an orange Fanta. Definitely a very cool looking drink, but let's see how it tastes. That is definitely Fanta. Good, but nothing special. B tier.
But now let's take a trip to one of the newest and coolest theme parks that I've ever been to. Epic Universe, a brand new $7 billion theme park that has some of the most advanced technology and coolest foods in the world. The park is made up of 6 different lands that all have their own unique food, rides, and themes, and I'm going to each and every one of them to really see what the best theme park food is. But for the first stop on our list,
How to Train Your Dragons.
where I quite literally was in the Isle of Berk, home of the Vikings and dragons. I mean, literally everywhere I looked, there was a crazy dragon animatronic that just looked so
I
realistic.
think he's sleeping. Wakey, wakey.
But I did some exploring and found the first food item that I had to try.
Hi, can I get a mac and cheese cone? Thank you. They also have some really cool food options like this mac and cheese cone. I mean, look at this thing.
It's basically a scooped out bread roll filled with mac and cheese and topped with Nashville chicken and fried onions.
Whoa, I guess he doesn't like mac and cheese cones. That was kind of crazy, but this tastes amazing. It's super cheesy. They have some sort of like Nashville hot chicken on the top. Also, the bread cone around it is like super soft. That is actually amazing. I would highly recommend it. I'm putting this one in S tier. I actually feel like I'm in a movie right now. This is insane. What happened to your arm?
What do you mean what happened to it?
Dragon bit it off?
No, a dragon didn't bite it off. All right, well, technically one did, but...
After exploring around and just taking in all the beautiful scenery, I then took a stop at a restaurant inside of a mountain.
Let's go try this. Look at this place. I feel like I'm straight out of a Viking movie.
They also had these displays of food, which all looked so interesting, but I had my eye on one thing.
Stonefly's catch of the day. Check this out. I'm not sure if I should use a fork or just kind of grab it and bite it, but I'm just gonna go for it. Whoa, not what I expected. I thought it was gonna be a real fish. It's a luscious, soft chocolate mousse on the inside. I don't know what this is. It looks like some sort of rainbow Fruity Pebbles or something. Let's give it a try. Well, definitely Fruity Pebbles. That is like a white chocolate Fruity Pebble combination. Never had it before, but it tastes amazing. Stonefly's catch of the day, A tier. And on my way out, I ran into some pretty interesting characters. What's up, guys?
Whoa, looking sharp.
I know, I come from the future.
What? The future? Like tomorrow?
Something like that, yeah.
I got a question for you, Mr.
All
Future
right,
Man.
what's up?
All right, so what never arrives but is always something you're waiting for?
A dragon.
Wrong! Tomorrow!
Oh, okay, that's a good one.
You missed.
I couldn't handle a high five, so obviously I went to the creepiest area in all of these theme parks. Dark Universe, home of Dracula, Frankenstein, and the werewolf.
This area definitely has more of a spooky vibe going on. This is actually my hotel for this trip. Seems like they locked me out.
So let's eat a meal like a vampire would at Dracula's Steakhouse.
I feel like I'm actually in Dracula's lair right now.
Either way, I took a seat, placed my order, and when the food arrived...
Wow, this stuff looks crazy.
Enjoy your last meal.
Did you just say enjoy your last meal? I guess now we're eating blood chicken and brains.
I'm hoping this gives me a few IQ points when I eat this thing.
It also seems like it's like completely plastered on the plate. First up, we got the blood orange chicken that comes with a black bun. I feel like this is genuinely what they would serve at Dracula's Steakhouse, if he had one. Which hopefully he doesn't, because it probably would be human meat. Looks like it comes with some sort of coleslaw, green onion, fried chicken cutlet, and some sort of orange-red sauce, which I'm assuming is the blood. Oh boy, That is definitely not the best chicken sandwich. The chicken is very dry, and that bun, there's kind of something unappetizing about a black bun, but I will say the sauce is really good. Kind of the only really good thing about it. But these fries are great. Got a great seasoning, crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. But obviously the most important thing is the chicken sandwich. That's going in D tier. But I'm a lot more excited to eat some brains. This was definitely the coolest thing on the menu. It literally is a panna cotta in the shape of a brain. Looks like it has some sort of raspberry sauce on the top that is supposed to look like blood. I mean, does it have the most appetizing look? Not really, but it looks awesome. So let's see how it tastes. Wow, that is actually so good. The panna cotta itself has a smooth texture and a nice subtle flavor. And with the sweet tartness of the sauce, it goes really good together. It also has these little crunchy white bits around it, which kind of tastes like Pop Rocks that don't pop. I'm assuming those are the skull fragments. But overall, I actually really like this. This is going into S tier. And for the next stop on our list, Delicious Revealio, Harry Potter, where we're gonna be eating some very magical foods. But before we do that, clicky a subscription. Let's go try it.
Welcome to the wizarding world of Harry Potter. Where you got magic creatures, magic wands, and butterbeer. And obviously I got the frozen butterbeer.
Somehow we're this far in the video and we haven't tried butterbeer yet, which is arguably one of the most famous theme park drinks. And what better place to do that than inside of the Ministry of Magic? That is actually really good. Whoa, look at this place. Wow. I did not expect this to be behind the doors. Let's try some of this foam on the top. It's got like a butterscotch flavor. As a kid, these are like one of my favorite drinks ever. Is it insanely sweet? Yes. But is it also essential when you go to a Harry Potter theme park? Absolutely. I'm putting this in S tier. I feel like I'm a kid again going to Harry Potter World for the first time.
After admiring the breathtaking views and designs of this place, it's time for the world that I have been the most excited for.
It's me, Mario. Never in my life did I think I was gonna be in a Mario pipe going into Mario World. This might actually be a dream come true. This quite literally is one of my favorite video games of all time. Oh My gosh. Do you see this place?
Never in my life have I been this impressed. Mario was seriously a huge part of my childhood, and to actually be in Super Mario World is a dream come true. Everywhere I looked reminded me of being a kid playing my Game Boy without a care in the world. But of course, I am super curious what the Mario food tastes like.
First up, we got Toadstool Cafe. Let's see what they got.
I walked in, and the first thing I noticed was Toad is actually a really good interior designer.
Look at this place. I feel like I'm literally in a video game right now. The interior of this place is so cool. But let's see if Mario can really chef it up. All right, we got our food. All of this stuff actually looks so good. First up, we got the Mario Burger, which looks exactly like the name says, a Mario Burger. There's literally a little mustache on it. I think I'm gonna take this home with me. Wow, the meat is tasty, the toppings on it are fresh. It also has this sauce on it. I'm not really sure what it is, but it tastes great. And there's bacon and mushroom. I love bacon, I love mushroom, I love burgers. It's a good, solid burger. B tier. And now we got the Fireball Bowser Challenge, which apparently is a giant meatball with a Bowser pastry that is supposed to be insanely spicy. And very few people have been able to actually finish this, but let's see how accurate that is. Looks like it's cooked well on the inside. Seems like there's also some spicy sauce or something. Maybe that's the hot sauce. Let's see. It definitely has a kick to it, but it's kind of a flavorful spice. It's not just like a overwhelming punch you in the face type of spice, but the flavor. Mwah. Meatballs cooked great. It looks like it's about 5 pounds as well. The puff pastry is great. And considering all the sugar that's in my stomach, I'm very happy to get some protein. That's definitely A tier. And last but not least, from the Toadstool Cafe, the Mystery Block Tiramisu. It's just so pretty, I don't even want to ruin it by eating it. I also don't know how to cut into this, but let's see. Whoa. That sauce is not at all what I thought it was gonna be. But it's a pretty good tiramisu. Really nothing special, and I probably wouldn't get it again. C tier.
After finishing my food, I thanked Toad with a little dance and then stopped at Yoshi's restaurant for a smoothie.
Can I just get the mango smoothie? Thank you. The mango chunks on top aren't the best, but the smoothie is actually really good. Very refreshing and definitely what I need on this very, very hot day. That's going in A tier.
But now for something a little more gorilla-themed.
Welcome to Donkey Kong Country,
where we're gonna be riding Donkey Kong Minecart Madness. But before the minecarts, we're stopping at the Bubbly Barrel.
And I have a special guest star, Carissa Eats.
It's a me!
Let's go try the sundae.
Donkey Kong float!
All right, we got the Donkey Kong float. This thing actually looks so good, I'm not gonna lie. It also appears to be some sort of ice cream sundae with a yellow soda on the bottom.
Yeah, it's a float.
Yep. Okay, yeah, I think that's banana soda.
It is banana soda.
Yeah, question is, let's see about the ice cream though.
Cheers.
Cheers.
The popcorn has a nice crunch, but the banana ice cream.
Yeah, it's like everything is just straight banana flavor. If you like banana, you would definitely like this.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong float C tier.
Pass.
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 Now before I crown the king of theme park foods, it's time for Minecart Madness, which I definitely handled like a champ. Now we tried an unbelievable amount of different foods in this video, but out of everything I ate, there's only one that can take the top spot. And the food that really impressed me the most, and I will definitely be coming back for, the mac and cheese cone. Oh yeah, I am for sure gonna try and make this at home now. Well, if you got this far into the video, YouTube thinks you'll like this one. Maybe next time we'll go to some theme parks across the world.